at my work, a couple guys quit that management. Well, one's definitely a lead. The other one started after I did, but management liked him a lot, so they looked at him more of like a lead than me. And I've been there. I've been there. Now I'm the longest working employee there. Um, and I know my stuff pretty well. Um, understand the systems there, and I'm capable, in my eyes, maybe I'm wrong, of doing more than just being a lead. Actually, managing people, managing systems, managing things. But since I'm not the ass kisser, or I'm not compliant, or I'm not a conformist, management don't look at me seriously. They don't think I'm a leader. So they just look at me as like a plow horse, somebody that's easily taken advantage of. You know, I do my job. I don't say much. I don't complain much to them at all. Didn't even ask for a raise. So I just wanted to see how long it took for them to give me one. But so those two guys above me, they end up quitting. And there's this guy that I work with. He's cool, man. He's a good dude. Good dude for sure. But even the lead that quit was asking, like, basically he thought that I was going to be the one that's going to be the next lead, right? So after it was like a couple weeks, they gave that dude a key. And I started seeing management when the boss was out, when the supervisor was out, when the actual like general manager came in. He was talking to that dude more. He wasn't even talking to me at all about running the show. So basically it was the other dude running the show. And at that point, I seen a hole in second shift. Second shift had 3 people, and they're struggling big time. They had 2 girls and 1 dude. And my job, you have to be able to have some muscle. And our shift, I see what's going on. So basically they want him to be the lead. And, cool, good for him, man. Like, this is just what I'm used to. I know what it sounds like. I know I sound like a little complaining bitch or whatever. But I'm just used to being undervalued, underrated, overlooked, underdogged. I'm used to that. I'm used to, whatever I try, I'm always, like, overlooked. That's just how it goes for me. And that's how it's always going to be. And I'm just trying to accept that. But, so I decided I'm going to go to second shift. And what this do is I'm not going to compete with that guy. I'm not going to compete and you don't even really get a raise. But I'm not going to compete for scraps. So that's what basically is. I get more responsibility being a lead. I'm not just like, this is what I'm talking about in companies. They don't care about good hard workers. And that dude's a good worker, but they've actually complained about him in the past, about him being lazy. But that's cool. That's cool. So I decided to go to second shift. I got a $2 raise going to second shift. I don't have to deal with. There's less people. There's no management at night. I mean, there's a supervisor. She's cool, but there's welders during the day, and they make a bunch of smoke with their welding. I don't have to smell that. I don't have to deal with shipping. There's just less people. I can basically listen to my headphones all night and not have to worry about nothing. I don't have to be constantly bothered by people. So like that's a win-win for me, and I'm like, that's a good situation. So when I do these types of things where, for instance, in Washington State, where I get off work at 3:30 and then immediately get hit in traffic, and it would take me an hour to get home with 11-minute rides. So what I do, the company provided gym membership, free gym membership, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the gym, all right, right after work for like 2 hours, and then guess what happened? I got out about 6, and there was like hardly any traffic. So like me beating the matrix, me beating the system, what happened? The company decided to take away our gym membership, and this was like a couple of months after me doing this. Me trying to beat this dumb crap, the Matrix. The Matrix always, for me, I don't know everybody else, but it feels like it's always out to get me, for me to be upset, pissed off, for things to not go my way, no matter what I do. I've completely adjusted my life now. Working nights, I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go to work. Now I get off at 2 a.m. in the morning. So I've adjusted my sleep schedule, and I actually like it better. I like it better because my job is so stressful on the body, I feel like just going to sleep as soon as I get home. So like this works out better for me. At night, I go to sleep when I get home. Well, the funny thing is, they hired this guy. It's not that guy. He's gonna start next week. He's a buddy of the guy at night. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna be overstaffed at night, and the day shift, they're gonna have trouble. So I think they're gonna try to send me back to the days. Right? This is what I'm talking about. It's always against me, dude. And I'm tired of overcoming. I'm just tired. I'm tired of it. It's like I don't want to compete no more. I don't mind competing. I like competing, but I don't want to compete for fucking scraps, dude. I don't want to compete for scraps. And I get to see what's gonna happen. And I actually like working nights. It's a lot better. I'm definitely not gonna go, because if they try to make me, I'll just I like nights, so I'll just go get. There's plenty of places where I live that are hiring night shift fucking workers. And now that I have, so I've always battled trying to be a day shift worker, right? Because I have kids, man. Somebody's got to be home at night. Well, my kid's fucking 17. He's about to get his equivalency. Is what his high said is pretty much the same thing as the diploma. And he don't need me to be home like that all the time. They don't, you know what I mean? My kids don't need me. Now the kids moved out. Now I have more freedom to do what I want. But it's just like there's always something that holds me back. And I'm just like, this is where my frustration leads me. I always have to be demoralized. Nothing can go my way long term. I get scraps. That's all I get is scraps. And this is why I say I get lack of opportunity. Complete lack of opportunity. And I'm just tired of it. And I've even come to the point where, okay, I've accepted that I'm just a dusty old man. I'm washed up. I'm past my prime. I'm 43, which, like, women aren't really attracted to me. The only ones that are attracted to me are like 2s and 3s. I'm washed up, and I couldn't wait for this time in my life when my kids were younger, so I thought that I'd really enjoy this time, but it's just like it's the same thing over and over. Dumb shit. And I'm just like, what can I do, man? I can do the best I can do. I'm out here working. I don't take marijuana, which I would love to take THC. I think it would help me out big time with my creativity. I don't do that because jobs are ran by boomers, and just like our fucking government that's ran by, our federal government that's ran by boomers, that still have marijuana federally illegal for whatever reason. I guess they would rather me to show. I guess they would rather me to come to work the next day hungover, feeling like shit, possibly a little bit tipsy, as opposed to, oh, refreshed. I took an edible, went to sleep last night. You know, the effects of that THC is worn off. It's utterly absurd. Utterly absurd. And this shit's just old, man. It's just fucking old. Like, I'm not going fucking down back to days. And if they try to make me go back to days, I'm like, you're gonna keep me at the same pay, or if not, you're gonna pay me even more, which they won't because they're fucking cheap. But I won't do it. I won't. And the funny thing is, the guy that went to my shift to replace those two other guys, he was at nights. You know, like the manager's like, oh, it's just a trade for this guy for the other guy, like, because I went to nights. And then dude, honestly, like, this trade, because those guys are already complaining about him on first shift. This trade is like Patrick Mahomes for a 7th round pick in like 12 years. When it comes to my knowledge, my work ethic, my ability to get along with everyone I work with, no one complains about me. Every time I leave a job, the people I connect with, like, I can see like the sorrow, and I can feel the sorrow. Because you know that person is not going to be working with you. It's kind of like when you connect with people at work, it's kind of like a family, honestly. It kind of is. Your immediate coworkers. Because you're with them all the time, man. You see them probably more than your fucking own family, but that's what usually happens when I leave places. You know, people it's kind of awkward, honestly. It's kind of awkward when I leave. And I feel it. Like I said, I feel it too. Just even going to the second shift, I started feeling like a little sentimental and like, dang. But I like it, you know, and it's like when I get into a situation I like, it gets taken away, like, really, really quick. Like, it's just like that girl in Washington State. Yeah, she had her problems, but I did some dumb things, honestly. I did some dumb things. But I did some good things to make her really attracted to me. And, like, she checked off all the boxes. And obviously no one's perfect. I got my red flags. Everybody's got their red flags, but I think she went for somebody she thought was better than me. And she was like older than me. She's 43. Like, she was like a year older than me. And then, you know, I meet somebody, me and her, like, clicked personality-wise, like, awesome. Really digged each other, but she's got little kids. Like, her kids are like, I don't want to be around kids, man. And it's just, there's always some type of obstacle, always. And I'm at a point in my life, I don't want a family. I don't want to raise somebody else's family. I've already done that, man. It's just, I want to do me. I want to be able to, I want to work hard, and I want to do things I want to do. You know, I just went out and spent a ton of money, which I shouldn't have done, but I did, on a bunch of sports cards that, you know, when I collected these sports cards when I was younger, you know, I got scraps of what I wanted, but it's like, I'm just going out there and I'm actually buying things I actually wanted to get, and I spent a lot of time and a lot of money back then, and I never acquired anything valuable. Just like now, it's like, dude, you know, I want it, and I know I shouldn't have got it on credit or whatever, but it's like, dude, I'm just tired of losing, man. I'm tired of working hard, and in the end, I'm fucking losing anyway. So, you know, um, I hate to be complaining. I hate it, man. It's just been on my mind, dude, that it's just like there's always something in this matrix out to get me, to demoralize me, to make me on a low vibration. I can't ever be happy. Nothing can be going right. When my kids were little, I couldn't wait to this stage in my life where I can go out and just do what I want and be free and actually, like, and I didn't enjoy being a parent, man. Like, there's sometimes, yeah, but I'm not a kid person, but I fulfilled my responsibilities. I did the best I could, and it's just like, at this point, I'm just tired of the constant. I don't want to compete. Like, I don't want to compete for scraps. And I'm just done. I don't. It's almost like when you're and listen, I am really humble person, man. I really am. But when you're at a point in life where it's like, okay, I'm not like 300 pounds or anything like that, supremely obese, and I know I'm not like a huge ugly, but I know I'm not a tan dude. I know that. I think I'm probably better looking than most men my age. It's just like, it's old, man. It's old. Things need to actually start going my way. I want things to actually start going my way instead of like going always against me. Like, what I'm saying is, I'm tired of being like, I feel like I'm at the point where I've proven myself in life and I've accomplished a lot of things, man. I've accomplished a lot. Like, it's almost like an all-star quarterback who's still in his prime having to compete. Like, the team brings on somebody almost as good as him, and now he's got to compete for a starting job. That's what it feels like in my life, man. I'm just tired of that shit. I'm just tired of it. I don't mind a little competition. I really don't. It's cool, man. It's fun. But when you get to a point where it's like, dude, why am I still fucking competing this fucking hard, man? And it's like, I want to be like, it's like, I definitely want some notoriety, and my goal would be like to bring people up, you know, like get other people some spotlight on them, like Kurt Cobain used to do with other bands. You know what I mean? Like, he would take his spotlight and be like, oh, expose this band. I really like to do that with like content creators or other musicians or whatever, man, and give other people, because it seems like a lot of people in that type of spotlight, they don't want to bring anybody else up because that's direct competition. I don't know. It's just like every facet of my life is like constant. And like, it's me complaining. It's like, I guess this is first world problems, because I know I got all my necessities. I have them for right now. Is it guaranteed? No. So I know things could be 1,000 times worse, but it's like, if it was anybody else that lived my life, they would be so much farther ahead. I just feel like there's like a bad energy around me, or something always holding me back. And at this point, I've like eliminated a lot of vices in my life, and I've righted a lot of wrongs, and my mistakes and my misfortunes aren't even really directly result of my mistakes anymore. It's just like bad karma, or bad fucking, it's just like the creator just laughing at me at this point. It's just absurdity. Like, There's plenty of other people that are pieces of shit that you can go be picking on, and you still want to fuck with me. And I don't know. Maybe somebody can relate to this, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just like an old man that's a complaining little fucking bitch. It is what it is.